All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Yay, it's Friday. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator. I am your host and pilot, Uncle B. We will be in the Cessna Citation CJ4 if anybody wants to fly it and they're not too sure about what to do or how to operate it or whatever. It's perfectly fine. Can look complicated or whatever, but if anybody wants me to fly it and is going to need help sorting things out, it's perfectly fine. If not, I am prepared to switch to the Honda Jet. It's this much smaller, like a personal business, small business jet. Very nice looking. So I'm going to wait a little bit. If anybody pops in and says, yes, I'm flying and I need help with the CJ4, that's perfectly fine. If not, I will be in the Honda Jet. So today we are heading from Port Angeles, which is northwest of Seattle, right here. So, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get the time moved forward just a bit so we can see what we're talking about here. So, it's right here, and then you go into this, then come down into here, and I can't remember this waterway. I should probably know it, but there's Seattle, so it's northwest of Seattle. I think it's the northernmost part of Washington State. So we're going to take off from runway 26 after I do the cold and dark start right here. We're right near our departure runway, so it won't take very long to get there once we're started up and ready to go. We're going to depart, get here, hang a hard right, and then head out this way, then northeast-ish, and fly along here. Continue along. So it looks like there'll be some nice scenery, although I got the live weather, so I don't know how cloudy it will be over here. And then we're going to land right here in Edmonton, right there on runway 12. So about an hour long flight, a little over an hour, probably under an hour once we get in the air. We get the plane settled and en route, and then so I'll wait a few more minutes. If there's no takers, that's fine. I'm just offering if in case anybody wants to fly it and it's their first time and they're a little bit overwhelmed with it, it's perfectly fine. I'm more than happy to help you figure things out. Did get an update on the F-16 last night. Got a new livery. A couple new liveries. One is the Viper livery, the Viper demonstration team, solo female pilot, supported by a ground crew of I think 7 or 8 airmen, senior airmen, or not senior airmen, but like non-commissioned officers in the Air Force. So it's a really neat looking livery. I'm not gonna lie. It's fantastic. But yeah, so there's that. Got an update on the. What else was there? There was another update on something else. Oh, on the A321 got an update, small update as well. So nothing else much to speak of, which is fine. But yeah, a couple of updates are always appreciated. So it shows that the developers are still working to improve their product. So a few more minutes and then I'm going to go ahead and get switch over to the Honda Jet. Wait a few more minutes just to be on the safe side. I think it's going to be another one of those quiet days in the chat. I know Para won't be here. No, Jody won't be here. Para's been here off and on, but Jody, they're doing a 12-hour trucking live stream for a charity. So there's that. All right. You know what? All right, I'm going to change the Honda Jet I don't think there's any takers, which is fine. I always want to make sure I offer if anybody wants to fly something and that they're like, I want to do it, but I'm not sure. So, all right. All right, let's go ahead and get in here and get the plane started up. Figure it's better to offer than not offer at all. if that makes sense. You might hear some garbage trucks in the background. Fridays is usually the day they pick up the recyclables. Ooh, bit foggy. Oh, maybe not. Okay. There's a tricky part to this, and I kind of had to learn this the hard way. All right, there we go. Now we're all set. Okay, so yeah, it's got a very neat avionics suite here. And that should be the fuel.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Let's do this. So I just got to get the fuel pumps on. All right, and then hit the starters. There we go. We are morning, Joseph. So we're going to do initial altitude of, let's see, we're getting up to 35, so I'm going to go to like 20,000 first. Maybe 15. Let's go 15. I think that's a good starting point. Director on. There's that. Now check this out. This is the part I like. Now there's only there's this tricky part here that when you gauge certain things, it will, like when I hit the button, it automatically makes the engine go up. Recognition. Pulse on the recognition. I'm good, Joseph. I'll be back in the chat. Let me get the plane started up and set up here real quick first. Okay, so we go back to the home menu. These under utilities, visualization. There we go. All right. All right. So we'll get the plane all set up for departure. Have a oh, that's nothing wrong. It's just the systems testing. All right, so there's that. Oh, I need to make sure I have enough fuel. That should be sufficient. Okay. Now I click on this. All right, I think that's good. Flight plan. Okay. All right, so runway 26 is just right there. Sorry. Don't wonder where they are, Joseph. It's fine. I'm sorry if I was muted. I think when I was answering you. Don't worry about it. It's fine. They people will be here if they can. If not, it's okay. feel like I need to add just a bit more fuel because we did all that hitting the buttons and everything does cause this engine to spool up for some reason. Alright, we're pretty close to the max weight for takeoff. Alright, I think we are all set. A little bit of flap down for the takeoff. I think there is a toga button. I've not used it before. I don't know if it... see. I feel like I need to dial in some speed. Oh, it's got it at 140. Okay. Initial. Let me add a little bit of vertical speed so we... oops, other way, other way. Alright. Let's go.
Oral warning, okay.
Ooh, wow, is it wanting to fly already? There we go, and we are on our way. Where's my nav button? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I think it's got its own. It's got the systems have kind of taken over here. Ooh, you know what I didn't do? I know what the problem is. I know what I forgot to do. There we go. All right, now we're navigating. I forgot to set that. Oops, daisy. But look, this is just absolutely amazing, I think, the way that this is set up. Let me... it shows you... this is like your whole... it shows you like your plan here in some way. But it's just... this is just the most amazing thing I've seen in this sim so far. All the information. It's like the G1000, but even better than the G1000. Yeah, it's a really amazing plane. You know what I didn't switch off? That. Once we get up to the cruiser, or once we're back on track here and all that, I'll show you guys the back of the plane, the passenger area. It's amazing. Alright, I gotta run a quick ad here. And the cool thing, well, alright, I'll show you guys something here real quick here in a moment after I get a picture here as we depart Washington State. Ooh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so over on here, there's like every door and whatnot is all labeled. So you, up here you have your forward baggage, which is in the nose of the aircraft. There's a little compartment right there. You can see the little doorway. And then there's an aft compartment for baggage. And then there's a passenger door right behind the pilot. Matter of fact, I think we're settled now. Let's go. Let's hit 20. I'll show you the. So you got room for 4 passengers and maybe a flight attendant or up to 5 passengers. Behind here, I won't open it because I can't figure out how to close it. There's a loo back there. It's on this side and there's a little sink like what you would see in an airline. So you've got all the amenities basically. I think there's probably a small area for like drinks and stuff if necessary. I think this. I'm not sure how to make that work, but it looks like it moves, but I don't know. I feel like it's not reset correctly. There we go. I guess it is. So, yeah, an absolutely amazing plane. It's like it really is an amazing part of, like a personal jet, because it's a small jet, but unbelievable in the amenities that it has, how nice it looks. Yeah, really cool stuff. It took a while for me to kind of figure out how to operate it, but now that I know like the way that the throttle is set up, it was difficult for me to figure out, like, why wasn't the plane starting up? And then it's like, well, the throttle's not in idle. You have to push it back up above idle and then reset it to idle, and then you're fine. That's just one of those weird quirky things. I don't know if that's how it is in real life or not, but let me look at the weather for our C1EG. Altimeter 29990. Okay. coming in on the right runway for the wind. So we got a good headwind coming in. Yep, might be a quiet day. That's all right. All right, so we have 122 to merit. Still climbing to 20,000 feet. I think we can go ahead and give this a little bit more oomph. I feel like it's not really... Yeah. Oops, wrong way. Ooh, we are in danger of overspeeding. We can't have that. I don't know if there's an auto throttle system here. I'm going to dial in 250. See if that... Nope, it does not. Okay. I don't think there's an auto throttle. That's alright. Alright, we gotta get this back to 29902. There we go. Alright, let's go. Let's zip up to 35 here. Actually, we need to live at 34, I think. Yeah, look at that. It is just absolutely amazing. And then the spoilers for like the speed brakes once we land aren't on the wings, they're right here. Like if I hit these little things will pop out, open up. That's your speed brake. So we're gonna check that out once we're on the ground. I'll pop those right there, and yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. I thought there was a wind setting on here, but maybe not. Settings. Let's see. Put the wind on as well. Wind. Option 3, I think, is the right option there. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Now we have all that information as well. Oh, so for those of you who are on the Discord or not, you may have seen a post I made yesterday afternoon about some changes coming to the channel. Just put some basic stuff in there, kind of coming up with some different ideas. We're going to do the Junkers flight across America. We're going to start at JFK, work our way down the East Coast. We're going to try to land. Sometimes we're going to land at other major airports, some that we've not visited before. Other ones are going to be regional. We're going to try to mix things up a bit. That'll be Mondays and Wednesdays. Thursdays we're gonna fly Route 66. I gotta look at all that and come up with a plan to try to follow the road as best as we can, or the Route 66 as best as we can. That's going to require a lot of manual flying, which means that I'm going to have to try to glance at the chat every so often if you have questions or whatever. Tuesdays, I think I wrote it down. Hold on a second. Tuesdays will be small airports. So basically, small airports, small planes. So like the Cessna 152, for instance, we're going to find small little airports. We're going to take off and we're going to head to another small airport. We'll try to make it a little bit more, at least somewhat of a distance that it's going to be interesting. So Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday will be called floater plane flights. So we'll take off and land on water. For those flights, we'll take off, we'll navigate and everything, and then we'll land on water at our destination. Saturdays will still be Lightning Saturday. That's of course subject to change should we get any more warbirds that we want to kind of swap out for the P-38. But in the meantime, it'll still be Lightning Saturday. Sundays. I'm a bit. Sundays is a bit of a weird one for me. I want to say no streams at all. I think that's probably I need to take a break. Trying to do this 7 days a week is too much. I think I'm getting a little burned out. Maybe just for the month of August there won't be any streams on Sunday, just that I have some time to myself to do other things, whatever that may be. So yeah, I think for the month of August at least, there will be no streams on Sundays, just so that I can get a little bit of a break. I think that's important to do. So, and again, people are more than welcome to join. It's optional. It's not required. If you want to fly, you're more than welcome to. If not, it's perfectly fine as well. You know, I'm more than happy to help people out if they need the help. I'm happy to be there to get to do whatever I can to help out. But yeah, it's up to the folks who want to fly. If they want help, I'm more than happy to do it. What is this? Power O. But yeah, that's the plan. So, like I said, people are more than welcome to. Wow, look at that. .43 nautical miles to that nav point. Now, I didn't really look to see. Okay, it is. It's not. See, I was hoping it would scroll down on its own. Okay, so Elks is our arrival point, or yeah, Elks. So once we get to NADPI, we have a significant distance between here and here, but we need to be down at about 11,000 feet. So we're going to start descending from there. Good morning, Amela. How are you? Nice to see you here. So we're going to start a slow descent down to 11,000. We'll just do like I guess maybe about 1,000 feet per minute, and just do that and see where that gets us as we get a little bit closer. If we need to go more than that, we can. But I think that's should be a reasonable descent rate. So, man, I got one of those itches on my back that I can't quite get. Man, it drives me nuts. I did have pasta last night for dinner. When I made some after I got home, and that was what was for dinner last night. Between Addie's stream, Mick's stream, then I was watching another Flight Simmer 2 Cats. I watched his stream. It was like I was overwhelmed with streams yesterday. Yeah, I watched you for a while, Joseph, and then I was watching Mick I'm doing okay. Yeah. A little bit was muggy again last night. We did get a little bit of rain. We were expecting a big storm here. It rained for a little bit, and that was it. I was hoping it was going to rain all through the night, to be honest, just so that the motorcycle riders would be off the streets for the night. You know, their craziness being loud for no particular reason early in the morning or late at night. So yeah, I'm okay. We're on our way to 34,000 feet here, and then we're going to turn. I think this is essentially coming up. Will be our kind of like our cruise portion, and then we'll start descending into Edmonton. See how we get on with that. Yeah, this is quite an amazing plane. It can be a bit overwhelming at first, especially if you're not used to the systems. But once you are, it's an absolutely amazing little small jet. You know, seats basically 5 here in the cabin. There's a loo in the back. The seats are fair. Look like they'd be very comfortable for. This can only go for about 4 hours. 4 hours of flying time. So even if it's like a quick. Like, say you're in San Francisco and you take your private jet down to San Diego for the weekend or something. Well, I think that's more than 4 hours. Or is that within the window? Or maybe go to Santa Barbara or something. I don't know. But something like that. You know, it seems like would be a very comfortable plane to fly in. All right, so we're almost at 34,000 feet here. Level off, and we're gonna continue to cruise. So yeah, tomorrow we will be in the different notepad. Tomorrow we'll be back in the P-38 Lightning, going from Fairchild Air Force Base to Great Falls International, former Army Air Corps airfields from World War II. 82 nautical miles and 172 nautical miles. Should be a fairly nice flight. Sunday, no flights. I've got Hamburg to Lübeck. Yeah. You know, it's not so much, I don't mind motorcycle riders, right? I don't have anything against them personally. It's just the riders who buy a bike and then they get the mufflers modified to be very loud, and they purposely do it late at night, you know, from like 10 to about 4 in the morning. Sometime now I got somebody who's riding at about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. That's still pretty early. People are still trying. Some people may be going to sleep if they worked a late shift. I mean, why do you have to do that? You know, what's so important about that you can afford this fancy Harley Davidson motorcycle and you have it loud like nobody, like you're daring somebody to stop you? You know, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's just that it's gotten worse. And it's like it's almost like a big middle finger to everybody in the area, because people for quite some time, nobody, there wasn't anything happening. Like a lot of people during the lockdown, they just stayed home, and now that they feel that they're you know it's not a problem, then they can do it because there's just no safe place for them to be pulled over. That's so they can get away with it. But anyway, so tomorrow, oh, that's right, Sunday, no flying. We're just going to do a couple runs on the Hamburg to Lubeck line for our stream on Sunday. We're going to either do all freight, maybe passenger. Maybe I'll just do all freight. You know, I don't mind that. That's always a fun thing to do. We'll just do all freight, I think. So that way we don't have to worry about being on time and dropping people off and all that kind of stuff. And opening doors and closing. Yeah, we'll just do freight on there. So we'll do a couple runs and then that'll be it for Sunday. Yeah, it's just like, for me, it's always just when I get to sleep, just when I'm finally got comfortable and I'm starting to fall asleep, that's when somebody does it. And it's just like, and it's always, this, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's they don't like somebody who lives near me or whatever it is, it's always they seem to accelerate, they get on the accelerator more. I don't know if maybe it's because I got a street light right near where I live, and so the light's going yellow, so they have to hurry up, and they probably basically run the red light more often than not. But there's never a cop around to pull them over, or get them to pull over somewhere safe so they can ticket them for reckless driving. So yeah, it's always that, because then they'll accelerate and then they'll get off the throttle and then their exhaust makes this insane sound. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. But it's gotten worse. That much I know. But anyway, all right, let's have a look where we are. To NADP, okay, and that's 167 nautical miles. All right, so yeah, we're doing pretty good now. There's our jet from the outside. Really unique engine locations on these pillars, or not pillars. I can't remember the proper name now. I'm having a brain fart. But basically, it's not, normally they would be attached to the side of the plane, but they're on these pylons. That's what I'm trying to think of, and they're sculpted for maximum air, like aerodynamic efficiency. But they're, yeah, really neat little plane, I think. But yeah, it's I don't know, it just feels like it's gotten worse over the past maybe year, especially, or at least since the beginning of this year. Just the lack of what do you want to call it? It's a lack of it's a lack of something. I can't remember. I don't know what word. I'm trying to think of a word, and I know it's on the tip of my tongue. There's just, it's like they just don't care that they're annoying people. It's like a dare. Like they want somebody to confront them because they're probably going to kick that person's butt, and they're okay with that. But they're purposely being assholes. There we go. They're doing it on purpose, I think, because nobody's going to challenge them. So, it's like the school bully who walks into the cafeteria and just starts taking everybody's food. After a while, everybody's just like, oh well. As soon as they walk over here, just take it. Just leave me alone. So, But yeah, that's what they. I think that's the best analogy. It's like they're like bullies, basically. Just like the person up the hill with the BMW, they do it intentionally. Yeah. Well, they do it because for them it's they. Some people may like it. They may talk to people. Oh yeah, I heard you coming by the other night. It was incredible. You know, like they probably get there's encouragement, or there's somebody that they fancy in the area, and they just think, oh, if I act like this person will come and talk to me. I don't know. It's just, um, yeah. But see what they should do is they should go down the street, get on the freeway, and then they can go. Then they can be kind of loud because it's on the freeway. I don't care about if you're doing it on the freeway. But when you're coming up and down the street purposely throughout the day, throughout the late evening, early morning, it's like this back and forth thing. You're cruising, which, in most places is against the law. If they see you go by this point so many times, then you're cruising, and then they'll ticket you. But again, that's always the threat, but they never make good on it. If they close it from Airport Road to the other end, if they close this street off and blocked every side street along the way, and just waited, I guarantee you they wouldn't act the way that they do, but at least then they've got eyes on them, and okay, and if the muffler system is technically out of, like the window tints in most states, you can't have it over a certain amount, right? Otherwise, if you get pulled over, unless you have some sort of a doctor's note or whatever, that you have a skin condition or something, they'll ticket you because your windows are too dark. So if your exhaust system is too loud, I think if it's out of spec or something, then technically I think they can ticket you because you're disturbing the peace. And I'm positive all of them are speeding. They're not doing the 30 mile an hour through here. Yeah, that's what I thought. But there's nothing gets done here. Even if I go and file a complaint to the, say something to the local police, or even talk to the New York State Troopers, they'll just be like, well, sorry, don't know what to tell you. But anyway, so yeah, so Amila, you missed this part earlier, since and I think we got a few more viewers who missed this. So coming up, so kind of recapping some things, at the middle of August, on the 17th, basically, that will be our last flight. That will get us into Indonesia, or into Bandung, Indonesia. That's the final destination for our flight that started all the way back. Ready for this? April 21st was the first flight out of Amsterdam to Leipzig. So once that concludes, that's going to be a very short flight, right? It's only going to be probably an hour, if even that. So from there, I'm going to take 5 days off. Okay. I'm going to just disappear for 5 days. It was probably going to be the whole month, but I decided, well, that might be a bit excessive. So I think 5 days is enough. On the 18th of August, there's going to be a developer Q&A with Jorg and the Asobo team. And I'm sure the big question will be about Sim Update 10 and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly when Sim Update 10 is coming out. I know they'll probably talk about that on that Q&A, or as they get closer, the dates may, they'll talk about all that. But I think it's supposed to be either the 22nd or the 29th of August. I can't remember which. But if it's coming out on like on the 29th, then that flight will be canceled. Okay, and then I'll adjust from there. We'll just skip it and we'll go on. Well, no, we can't skip it because I'm trying. That's going to be the day, one of the days of the flight. So also talking about that. Some new changes. Flights. I'm going to try to keep the flights to be no more than 2 hours. I think that's a reasonable amount of time for people to watch streams. You know, if it goes much longer than that, it can get a little bit boring, especially for the live viewers. You know, because if we're going slow, especially in the Junkers, and it's kind of like, I'd watch this for 5 minutes, I'll come back later, you know. Also, at least for the month of August, or for the remaining part of August going into, oh wow, I didn't even think about that. For the last couple weeks of August, there won't be any streams on those Sundays. I thought I had more time, but anyway, yeah, for the remainder of August, those couple Sundays. All right, take care, Mella. There won't be any streams. And then, so Mondays will be the Junkers flight around America. Mondays and Wednesdays is Junkers flight around America. Tuesdays, small airport, small plane. So like the Cessna 152, something small. We're going to find some small, maybe, whether they're small airports, small airfields, private, you know, whatever. We're going to find some interesting places to take off and land from. Thursdays will be Route 66 flight. We'll start that journey. We'll do the first leg on the 25th of August. Fridays will be floater plane flights. So we will pick a floater plane, pick whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable flying. We're going to take off and land on water. Saturdays will still be Lightning Saturdays. And then, so there's 2 Sundays that I won't be streaming at all in August. It's the last 2 Sundays of the month. And then we'll see how things go into September, just to have a little bit of a break from streaming and all that. So we have 98 nautical miles. This is a bit difficult to read. They need to have a bit more contrast, I think. There we go. I can read it better up here. Okay, 96 nautical miles to our next nav point there, which is Nadpai. So Elks is our... So between here at Elks, we still have a bit of a distance. So we'll start descending once we get to Nadpai. We'll start descending down towards 11,000 feet from 34,000. And then we'll be on the ground. So yeah, as I was saying before, you can kind of see it, but it's very difficult because we can't get up like right to the panel, or there's a way to do it. You know what? Hold on a second. Here we go. So you have the forward baggage, you have the external power ports here, the cabin doors there, electrical service doors, emergency exit back there, and then you have another baggage area back there. Just behind on the other side of the left engine there. So very neat little plane. So yeah, the door, well, it's hard to tell. It looks like it's like right. Matter of fact, I don't know how we can find it. Let's have a look. Let's get a little bit closer to our lovely Honda Jet here. Yeah, okay, there you can see the door right there. I'm not sure how it would open because doesn't seem like there's much space. Like the person would have to stand here, the door is probably open, and they would have to kind of like put the stuff in there. I don't know if somebody could climb in there to put the baggage, kind of set it up so that it's, you know, that the weight's balanced correctly. So there's emergency exit window, door, whatever. And then the passenger door right here to exit the cabin. I don't know if there's... I thought there was a way to open it, but I couldn't figure out where it was. Oh, we don't have any flight crew in there. What? Oops. Uh-oh. Did it again. Yeah, it doesn't show the flight crew. That's interesting. Normally it does. Huh, interesting. Anyway, so yeah, pretty neat little plane. I like it. And then I'll show you, for those of you who missed it, here's your passenger area. There's the passenger doorway. Turn around here so you can see the... So it's got steps built in. That's kind of weird that the light's coming in. Huh. That's a bit odd. So yeah, it folds out, and then you got the steps. Very roomy. You got looks like you got space underneath for your stuff. Little storage bin for your laptops or whatever. Plenty of leg space, it looks like. You got cup holders. Let's see, where's the... Get a view out the window there. And then there's a loo back there. There's a little bathroom. I'll just open the door so you can see. So there's the... Yeah. Very modern looking. Now I don't know how to close it again. Couldn't find the buttons. Let me get back up front there. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Refresh because we're way a little bit behind now on what I can see on the stream, and so yeah, pretty neat little plane, I think. I'm sure, like, I think there's probably a place to store like drinks. Maybe there's a small refrigerator. I'm sure, or that could be an option that you could have. Maybe some kind of a storage unit for cold drinks or something, or maybe some snacks. All right, 57 nautical miles to NADPI. But yeah, really, I think it's a really neat looking little small personal jet. The developer I think has done a phenomenal job. You know, it's not 100% perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. You know, I think it's a little bit better to fly than the two Cessnas that we have already in the sim, to be honest. I just don't know what happened to the crew. It's like the plane's flying itself. Everybody bailed. It's a ghost plane. Wow, look at this. A little bit chilly down there. And then there's The speed brakes, once we get on the ground, they're right there. That's where they're located. So I'll open those once we're on the ground to help slow down, and yeah. And all your lights, there's a checklist that you can do through here on this pad. And I think it pulls it up on, if you click it, it pulls it up on this side of the display. And then you can check the items as you go down the list. And then your lights, you can turn them on and turn them off here. So like all the nav lights, it'll show you here. It'll say like recognition lights are off, but strobes on, beacons on, nav's on. I thought the recognition lights were on. I guess not. I thought I clicked them on. No fires, like our fire bottles, it'll give you an idea of if the system's ready to fight a fire. Oh, you got nose wheel steering here. So instead of using the rudders to steer, we can use the nose, just work the left thumbstick to steer. Wow, look at all this canyon area, just begging for an F-14. Oh my goodness, look at this. All kinds of stuff to get in trouble with here. Wow. Just from that end through here to the, oh my goodness. It'd be amazing. Amazing. Get this nice mountainous, snowy. Here, look at it's summertime and you got the snow here. Look at that. You just pretend you're right here and you're nice and chilled. What more can you ask for? Yeah. You just pretend you're just laying right there in the snow and getting frostbite. That'll chill you out real quick. Or just take a dip in this water right here. I'm sure it's refreshing. Might cause you to have a heart attack, but that's okay. All right, here we are coming up to our nav point NADPI. And once we turn on that next track, I'm going to start descending the aircraft, and we'll start making our way into Edmonton. I can pull up C1EG. Canada. Approach. This 1-2. The star is Elks. Zero 2. 2 is this one. So. See what our approach plate looks like. Some Y-pods. Need to be at about 6,000 feet, or about 5,000 actually. Okay. So we need to be 5,000, and then we'll go right on into the airport. Perfect. Just leave that right where it is. All right, so let's go ahead and start our descent. Now if I hit the flight level change button, let's see what happens. The FLC. It should manage the descent. See if I hit where's the FLC? All right. Nope. It wants to go. All right. I don't think that's going to work. All right, now that it's descending, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go grab some more water. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Okie doke. Our 2 nautical miles to our nav point there. Elks. So, AppKit and Bemig are the turn-in points. From Bemig, we're going to go to MIPOT, M-I-P-O-T, and then turn in to our destination runway. So, I know past Bemig. Okay, MIPOT we need to be at 5,000 feet. So from 11, once we get to NADPI and we'll start making our way down towards 5,000. We'll drop to like 8 or something like that. Just do small steps down. Get down to 5,000, line up, drop the gear, put her on the ground. Now I don't know. The one thing I don't think I've used on this plane yet is the. The approach mode. I know it's on here somewhere. It's altitude hold. Vertical speed. I thought there was an approach mode. Oh, there it is. So we'll try that and see if it locks in on the local or on the ILS approach there at Edmonton. If not, we'll do our best and land it ourselves. 470 pounds of fuel in each tank. Cross feeds on, so it's balancing itself out as we fly. Oh, I don't know. Oh, wow, that's a pretty far out. I don't know where the I didn't even think about that. The navigation map that it's out all the way to 25 nautical miles. Huh. I'm not sure where the I'll have to tinker around with that to find the map. Huh. That's pretty far away. Just realized that. I'm gonna have to figure out where it is to turn that down to like 10 nautical miles. All the snowy mountainous region behind us now. And our airports. Bit of a crosswind coming on in on runway 12, but that's okay. We're committed to runway 12. I'm sure there's more systems that I haven't even kind of figured out yet, and I need to spend some time with this plane off stream and figure out some more stuff about it. But yeah, it's a pretty amazing plane, I think. One nautical miles to our next nav point there. I think the 1,000 feet per minute seems to be working okay, but we'll monitor that. If we have to add a little bit more, we can. Yeah, I'm curious to see. There's got to be like a... So I thought there was a button or something you could push. Well, we could try this. Nope, that doesn't change anything. Alright, I'll have to figure that out. I'm sure there's got to be a place to change that to 10 nautical miles. 25 seems to be a bit much. Alright, now we're going to add a little bit more of the vertical speed. Oop, other way, other way. Alright, we're within 25 nautical miles. Just about. Almost there. So from here to... That's what that circle means, is whatever is out there is about within 25 nautical mile distance. So we are almost there. Then once we get down there, we'll continue to descend. Alright. We're almost at 11,000 feet. So we started good and just had to go a little bit steeper to bleed off that last bit of altitude, which is fine. Matter of fact, I think we're just going to go ahead and dial in 8,000 feet now. To continue descending. I think we're going to have just enough fuel to get there. I need to have a... yeah, I need to spend a little bit more time with this aircraft and figure out a few more systems. I can do that after the stream is over. I need to have something to eat for a late breakfast. Have some fruit or something. Alright, so basically that's what we got left. So we have to be at 5,000 by here, and then it's just going to be a quick turn in. Oh, I need to dial in 29er. That's our altimeter there for the airport there in Edmonton. So we're at the correct altitudes. Down to about 6,000 here. And drop some flaps. Alright folks, coming up in a moment, I want to turn the laptop to the right so I don't get distracted. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed today's flight. Oh, a little bit bumpy here. Once we make that turn towards our next nav point of Bemig, I'll get down to 5,000 feet because it's going to be a short run to my pot or me pot, MIPOT. Your pot, my pot, everybody's pot. Old MacDonald had some pot. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, you should turn off the engine anti-icing. All right, here we go. All right, there we are. Oh, wow, I think it automatically picked up the localizer. It just swapped right over. Interesting. All right. There we go. So all we have to do, I think, is hit the approach mode once we are lined up. And we should be all set. Once we make the turn towards the airport, I'll drop the gear, drop the last bit of flaps, and we should be set to go for landing. I know we have to make a right turn. I'm trying to see if I can identify the airport from here. I think I see a runway. Yep, there it is, right there. That's our runway. Da 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 da. All right, let's go ahead and get this ready. There it is. All right. Alright, we have to pass one more point, which is... where was it? There's my pot. I think there's a... we have to pass Devon, I think. Oh, looks like it's... Yep. Oh, we are on the glide slope. Okay. Look at that. Seems like it's working. Now we're gonna keep an eye on it because it looks like it's picking up the localizer, and then we're gonna turn once we're lined up with the runway. Looks like everything's falling into line. All right. Looks like it's working, but we're ready to not kill, turn off everything if necessary, and we'll land it ourselves. Look at that, it lined up. Amazing. Amazing! It's amazing. Just enough gas to spare. If we had to do a go around, which we are not going to do, we're going to put this bad boy on the ground. Call it a day. Call it a morning. Something. Just don't call me late for dinner. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out. If you've been here the entire time or most of it, appreciate it. Back tomorrow in the P-38 Lightning. Fairchild to Great Falls. 7:10 Eastern, 11:10 UTC, 12:10 UK. I will be by the departure runway. You can spawn in on me if you want. If not, I will depart expeditiously and forthwith. That's weird because it looks like we're online with the runway, not online, in line with the runway, but the green localizer seems to be a bit off. Like it's saying it's a little too, we're off track to the left, a smidge, that the proper track is to the right. But I think we're going to be fine. We're ready to, once we get over the threshold, I'll go ahead and, once we're a little bit closer, I'll go ahead and bring the autopilot system off. Bring the, I'm going to have a couple things happening here. I think we're going to have to do it now, actually, because it seems like we're just a little to the left of the runway of lining up properly. There we go. Now we're in line. A little bit of a hiccup there, but that's okay. Uh-oh. Starting to... Come on, plane, settle down. Oop, a little bit of bump there. So there's those speed brakes popping open there. Help slow the plane down. Don't know how effective they are, but apparently they help out a bit, I guess. All right, well, on behalf of myself and the entire... Oh, hello, Joseph, just in time. As usual. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to Edmonton, Canada. Local time is 7 a.m. We understand and appreciate the fact that everybody likes to watch Uncle B land. Flying is a different story. But we appreciate the fact that you come in at the last minute anyway. I might as well just do streams and nothing but landings. I think it'd be a hit. I don't know. We'll be back tomorrow. P-38 Lightning heading from Fairchild Air Force Base to Great Falls. Should be a nice scenic flight as well. Now I don't know. All right, we're going to turn off here and then we'll find a parking spot. Doing the go. That's fine, Joseph. I'm just kidding with you. It's okay. Do what you got to do. It's no harm, no foul. I don't hold it against anybody. It just seems that everybody comes in to watch the landing. That's all anybody's interested in. But it's okay. No worries. If that's the most entertaining part that you want to see, then that's fine with me. I would give it a little bit more gas to get moving here. This thing's a bit finicky, it seems. I don't know, Joseph. Everybody has their stuff that's going on. It's fine. I'm still gonna fly regardless. So whether people are here or not, that's fine. It never fails though that honestly I see my numbers spike when I'm getting ready to land. For whatever reasons, when I'm on final, that's when it's like, honestly, it feels like there's like a bat signal that goes up. Uncle B's getting ready to land. Everybody go watch him. I don't know. That's the only thing that I could think of. But it's fine. You know, I can't expect that everybody's gonna want to watch the entire flight. We had some really nice scenery, to be honest. We did. Wasn't the best landing. We had a little bit of a bump. I think I was still going a little too fast there, because I think I flared a little too early, and I might have cut the engines a little too early, because the plane started to hover, and then it was like it bled off speed, and then it was like a brick. That's okay. We're here. We made it. Really neat little jet. I think there's a lot that we haven't really touched on. Who just called me? Somebody just called me. Who is it? Up. Oh! There's APR1. I didn't know APR1 joined in. Oh. If people don't tell me in the chat that they're here, I didn't see them. I just noticed that. Oh. Nice to see you here, APR1. Well, it looks like APR1's stuck in that same... Like they're just stuck there. Let me see if... Oh, they're on the server. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be a leg of some kind. This looks like a good spot here for a private business jet to park. Plus, for many folks, it's coming to the end of summer. They're trying to squeeze in time with the family before kids go back to school and everything. So, yeah, it's perfectly fine. People will... Yeah, it looks like APR1's just stuck in mid-flight there. Same altitude, hasn't moved at all. So I don't know if there's... APR1 ran into a glitch of some kind, or I don't know. Yeah, if you want to fly with me, just let me know. I'll make sure you get invited to the group. That way, I know you're here. If but at least somebody flew. Although they got stuck, it looks like. Yeah, it's nice to know people are here. I'd like to know that. Because I may not always know that you're here. Oh, see. Doesn't take much for this thing to stop rolling. But it seems like it takes more effort to get it moving again. Then I feel like I'm going to overspeed here on the tarmac. Oh, hello, Allison. Nice to see you here. Hope you're feeling better. I see you're set for another episode of your flight with Captain Arish tomorrow. Looking forward to watching some of that and hearing the currently heading to just over Mediterranean route to LGAV. Nice. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, now it's powering down, I think. Why isn't it the
Landing gear.
Oops. Wrong one. It does not want to end. I have to hold it. Okay, that's interesting. Nope, now it wants to go right back on. Okay. Now let me just, well, I don't know if there's a way on here. Maybe it's on this little pad. Let's see if we can open the doors. Maybe not. Thought maybe there was like a touch. No, I guess not. All right. Well, oh well. I guess I have to turn off the batteries. There we go. All right. An hour 31. Not too bad. It was a nice flight. I really enjoyed that. Didn't get credit for the takeoff, of course, but we got credit for the landing. That's what counts. Yeah. So, hour 31 of flying. So, yeah, back tomorrow, P-38 Lightning, heading from Fairchild Air Force Base to Great Falls International, former Army Air Corps airfields. Do join us for that if you can or if you want, whichever the case may be. I will be by the departure runway. I'll start up my aircraft, taxi out to the departure runway, and we'll sit there and wait, see if anybody wants to join. If not, we're going to hit the loud pedal and go. So, yeah. Excuse me. Little burp hiccup there. Sorry. That's going to be it for today, folks. I do greatly appreciate you all being here. I will see you tomorrow. Do enjoy the rest of your Friday morning, afternoon, evening, depending on what could be early Saturday. You never know. Depending on where you are in the world, I have been, and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until then, peace, live long and prosper.